Hey, this is Katie with Kindred Soul Art, and I'm making this video in collaboration with Rayanne from the Forever 7. They're doing a 17 days, 17 artists challenge, and my prompt for today is, why do you create art? My answer is pretty simple, and that is to spread joy. I know there's a lot of pain in the world, and I know there's a lot of suffering happening right now. There's a lot of really, truly tragic things happening. My art isn't going to change that. It's not going to fix depression. It's not going to magically make everything better. But I hope to create little sparks of joy through people's lives, whether that's scrolling through my Instagram or listening to relaxation videos on my YouTube. I hope these little sparks of joy will add up and make a small but at least positive difference for people's lives.
So, for me, art definitely has healing attributes. When I think about a lot of my favorite artists, old and new, such as W.E.B. Du Bois and James Baldwin, Beyonce, Kanye West, Demi Lovato, all those artists have one thing in common, and it's their ability to put truth in the story that they're telling. You only do that when you have experienced a certain pain and you're trying to work through it. So your art helps you heal while at the same time helping you to express yourself, all as in one abundance is very healing. I know for myself, writing is truthfully healing to me. I would not be able to actually process my emotions and my feelings without it. In the way that I write it, it's a little weird. It's like I start off and I'm writing to myself, in journal form, and then out of nowhere, I'm like rhyming, and it sounds like spoken word. It always sounds like I'm writing in a puzzle or something, and it's not on purpose. It's just my preferred art form. It's the way that I write. Recently, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, which is my first time saying that out loud. And writing for me definitely helped me just stay sane and helped me to kind of understand myself, process my emotions. I did a lot of research, of course, and that helped, but writing has been the most consistent healing, process for me. And just a little quick something from my recent journal. I used to write to quiet all the voices in my head, and now the voices in my head quiet me. I am overrun by this unforeseen fortress of helplessness. A friend told me today, write, but don't write that sad shit. Only the sad shit is what my life has become, and though it used to be hopeful of ambition, my life that is, it is now squandering away under a sea of yesterdays and tomorrows, draining in a tub full of sorrows. Whenever I write thoughts down, they were always golden nuggets of wisdom for myself or someone else, a poem, a song, a story, a memoir, a memory. Now writing seems to be something that's getting harder for me. And my I so much a perfectionist that I can't write the story that so desperately is looking for validation in light? This story that's mine, I give it life. I have a ton of events to write about, and they fill me up with that sad shit. And I think about that bad shift will come in and tell me I'm not even good enough to clear the thoughts inside my head. Why write it down on paper when I'll just be quiet later? While those voices inside my brain get louder, keep screaming inside my head, the saddest shit you never read. That's just a poem of me getting very irritated with the fact that my writing's going to shit. Like, I don't process the same after like medication and all the extra shit that comes with this disorder. But I'm certainly trying and I'm coping, and the best way to do that is for me to keep creating my art in the best way that I know how. So this has been my little words of wisdom. Definitely keep making your art because it's certainly inspiring, and it definitely serves a purpose to heal that inside of you that nothing or no one else can do.
Hi, thank you, Seven, for having me be a part of your 17 Artists for 17 Days. I am Chirskira. I put myself in my work because it's very easy for me to stay authentic with the work. If I put myself in it, it's very hard for me to front when I'm performing. I even interject my personal story into something.
I remember when I was 13, the Backstreet Boys poster, AJ was my favorite. I don't know about y'all, but AJ was my favorite.
Into some of them that's not necessarily on the page. One of my pieces called Nostalgia, I originally wrote when I was much younger, and the actual walls of my room look different than when I first wrote it. So now I incorporate that into my